Guys, it's been another sad day in the trucking. We have lost another tire. I'm not sure what happened to this one either, but it killed over. This is the gash in the sidewall, and as you can see, there is no rubbing against the sidewall other than when it was rubbing, you know, on the ground running flat. There's no, like, it wasn't curved or anything. And it's just a straight, like a puncture wound, or like the sidewall just split. And this is a general tire, and the tires wore down. It only had about 20,000 miles left in it, probably, just estimating. And this is the rear axle, the rear drive axle on the truck. I'm not sure, and I can't prove it, but I think that it's a possibility that a forklift fork went through that tire. When I got loaded, I usually walk around and check my tires and stuff. I was in a hurry and I did not do that. And the way I parked, if the inside tire was toting the load, there's kind of a road there where I parked at, and so it's got a crown, so the inside tire was holding the outside up pretty good, I guess, maybe, possibility. And I couldn't tell that it was flat because it was still on the wheel and everything. Didn't pay any attention. That's kind of what I'm thinking happened. Again, I don't know. Either that or it just split going down the road and it didn't make any noise. Because usually when you hit something, you know, you would see a scrub mark down the side of the tire or something, and none of that is there. So I don't know what happened to it, and I find it odd that that casing would have just fell like that without exploding the sidewall out of it. You know, most of the ones I've seen split have a hole at least the size of your hand or something. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't want to blame anybody or anything, but I just wonder if that wasn't what happened. Because if it would have been like right here, you know, and they stabbed the fork in the tire right there, it kind of lines up with that. Again, I'm not sure. I didn't look at it before I left, so it doesn't really matter at this point. And it went, I guess, 300 something miles like that loaded. I was loaded light because they misloaded me. They miscounted the bundles of lumber, and so I had more. They started loading from the back, and I had more on the back than I did on the front, which may have been a good thing because I didn't know about this. I don't know when it happened. I didn't realize it till I got where I was going. And so the inside tire carried it, I guess, all the way there, maybe. I'm not sure. And so once I got the weight off of it, I didn't worry about it. I just come on back to the house. And so I got an old steer tire that I put off a few weeks ago that I'm gonna put on there for right now. It's all I got here. And then I'm gonna get some more drive tires here pretty soon. But I drove it up on a block, and I'm just gonna try to change it without taking it off. I just drove it up on a couple 2x6s, and I'm gonna spray a little soap around it and see if we can get her to come off there without having to take the wheel and everything off. So let me get you guys set up over here and we'll get it popped off. All right, guys, I just got some degreaser here and a sprayer. It's what I use to degrease my truck with. I got it mixed up with water, and I'm just gonna spray that around there because it usually works pretty good. It's like it's made by Zep, but it's kind of like that Purple Clean or whatever, something similar. Alright guys, there's a little closer look at that gash right there. Again, I'm not sure what happened, but anyway, we'll grab the other tire and get it stuck on there real quick. Alright guys, I got my other tire here. This is a steer tire that I pulled off, as I said, because it is wearing. It's done wore down on the inside here pretty good, and it's not legal for a steer anymore. I put a little soap on it, and we're gonna see if we can get it back up on here. I usually like to take these off and lay them down. It's just easier for me. A lot of people do it like this and they like it, but I don't really care for it, but that's the way we're gonna do this one. Just because, I guess. But I usually find it's just as fast for me to pull the whole wheel off. Usually, when you go to getting it off, it just seems to work better for me. I may have to go get a pair of vice grips and clamp on this wheel because it'll want to walk around if you don't. Let me go do that real quick. Let's see if we can get some air in it. She's airing up. Vice grips right there are a lifesaver doing that. You will chase that thing around the wheel, around and around and around. If you don't have that or a third hand, somebody to kind of help hold the third pry bar. So if you're out on the side of the road and you need to do this yourself because you don't want to wait on Love's, those right there will save the day along with a couple bars. Alright guys, that's done. The job is finished. If you decide to try this yourself, the two things that I can think off the top of my head that might help you out is the tire has to be broke down off the wheel. If it's still kind of stuck on one side of the wheel or the other, like on the back side or something, you're not going to be able to get it off. My friend did have one of these that did that to him. It was stuck on the inside. He tried putting a block of wood down and everything. He couldn't get it to break loose. He wound up having to go to Love's and have them change it for him. Because of that, he has since bought a torque multiplier and changed it himself the next time it happened. And you can break them down that way by putting it under your trailer landing gear and cranking it down, and it'll press it down. Or you can, I don't recommend dropping the airbags on the truck, because if you got a jack up under the axle and got it jacked up, you know, that suspension moving could kick that jack out. Anyway, as far as going back on, the trick is the vice grips, and sometimes you can't get them to air up, and I keep some ether in my truck for that, just in case. I know you're not supposed to use it for that, but it works. It will get you out of a bind and get your tire inflated on the wheel so you can keep going down the road. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Try not to tear up too many tires. We'll see you next time.